Top of the morning. How y'all doing today? It's your boy Nut, and welcome to the Quarter Report, brought to you by the Red Night Special. And this is Word on the Net. Now check this out. Here we go again. Same old shit, dog. Just a different day. Now check this out. I know a lot of my people out there watching me say, "Oh, he always going hard on these women. He always going hard on these women." But let me explain something to y'all why I go hard on these women. Because y'all are walking, most of y'all, not all y'all, let's clear the air here. A lot of y'all are walking contradictions. You feel me? Now, Miss B.Simone, baby boy, this is crazy, right? Now, she want to get on the net, popping it, talking about all these things back in the days about Martin Luther King, how he cheated on his wife. How about no man she got, the man she deal with can't work a 9 to 5. He got to be some kind of boss. You feel me? She can't find a man because they know men fitting her standards. You dig? So today, we going to get off into her and her crocodile tears. And this is what I want to tell you. This was funny to me, right? Is when you listen to her talk, right? She said she got a shop at some store. I forgot what store, but it's a nice store. And then she talking about she's so broke she can't shop at regular stores, the store she want to shop at. Listen, see, your problem is when you start getting that bag, you should have kept that same energy you had before you got the bag. Stacked your money up, and you should have just kept shopping at the same spots. Go and buy your outfit every now and then when it's time to step out, but not to be seen every day running around and working. You only buy nice expensive clothes when you finna go out and be seen in the public. You know what I'm saying? When you lounging around the house or just hanging out, it's not, and you at work, you don't worry about spending that kind of money. That's the problem with black people. See, the thing is, when you ain't used to having anything, when you're not used to having nothing at all, and you finally get a little something, you don't know how to act. That's black people don't know how to act. Why you think when that money was going around, that whatever that Donald Trump money was going around and everybody was on the band, why you think so many people ain't got nothing to this day behind that? Because they didn't take the money and invest it. They didn't take that money and say, let me put this down on the house, let me open up a business. No, they took that money and bought clothes, jewelry, and cars. And now look at them. They tore the car up 2 weeks later, speeding all through the streets of Oakland. Now they ain't got the foreign no more. The little gold chains that they was buying, big diamond gold chains, guess what? They pawn those. And look what we have here. Miss Betty Bye. I ain't gonna hold y'all, man. We gonna get off into the content. But like I say, if you woke up on the wrong side of the bed, get back in the bed, roll over and get out on the right side of the bed. The truth should never be considered disrespect. So let's get to it.
Like that.
The roosters are coming home. My sisters, everything you did is finna come back on you because they have people in place, government wise, to show you we used you to destroy the village.
We were in Bloomingdale's yesterday. I'm like, we have to go to H&M.
Yeah.
Like, I notice it in me now, just nitpicking. And it's not even, I just don't have it like to spend the liquid.
Yeah.
I'm used to having liquid.
Winter is coming.
Yo, what I think it's crazy because yes, B.Simone is my friend, right? What I think that she chose to make that decision to put that out. There's so many other things that she could have cried about, man. Braylon is like the only one who actually made it in her family and was taking care of her family for years. You know, between our grandmother, her sister, her dad, and everything like that. So she could have been up there crying about that.
Girl, I got H&M jeans on right now.
Listen, let me say this too, right? I'm not laughing at her being broke. I'm laughing at the fact that it's so many people out here that start getting some money and they let the money go to their head. You dig what I'm saying? It's a female that I've seen on Facebook, right? I was happening to be strolling down Facebook and the female said something about, I'm not like you regular bees out here. I don't shop at Walmart. I don't shop at these normal stores y'all go shop at, man. I get back, I get this, I get that, and I'm reading this comment or a video. I forgot what it was. I think it was a video or comment. And I'm reading and I'm saying to myself, wow, this person definitely needs a slice of humble pie. But what I realized too is, right, a lot of these people be having these insecure things about themselves. So the only way to make themselves seem like they relevant or they better than the average person is to put down other people and tell people you're not on my level. You don't got the kind of money I got. I shop like this. I live like this. But guess what? You still in the hood and hang in the hood. So what was the point of you having all this stuff? So you can walk around people who don't got it and feel like you better than them? You feel what I'm saying? This is the problem. That's why I love when people like B.Simone and all these other entertainers get a K. Michelle, all of them get a slice of humble pie. Whites only at humble pie.
Literally right now, I got H&M jeans on, okay? Because last week I was in France for business at Cannes or Cannes or whatever. Everything I took was from H&M and Zara.
And the fronting like you rich, the fronting like all this is finna be over. I'm telling you, most of my sisters are broke in them up.
And he is not like, I've been saying this every time I have this conversation with people, when they be looking at these videos, they be looking at these reality shows, they be watching them baddies and all that. Oh, they got nice diamond chains on. Listen, bro, that shit is a stunt. That shit's fake, bro. It's a persona they put on. What you think it's called? It's like, okay, look, the best way to explain it is this way, right? When you want to get somebody intrigued on something that you got that you're trying to sell, what do? You got to dress it up and promote it. It's just like a prostitute. You just rappers are like prostitutes. You take the rapper, you put a gold chain. Half these rappers you see with these big gold chains on that, and they part of a label. They own the label will take the chain back once it's over with. You feel me? that come out of your endorsement. That come out of your money. That shit gonna come out your money, that chain on your neck. So, you see these dudes with these chains, these stacks of money. Oh yeah, we out here eating, riding around in these big cars. Y'all think, oh man, they eating big, they getting money, man. That's a front, man. It's all a front to get you to bite into the situation. Once you bite into it and you start, oh, them dudes over there real, them dudes over there getting money, and you start spending your money over there. Now you help them make it to the status of them not being having the front. Just like Cash Money said, they came out with fake Rolex watches and everything. Half the cars in that Hum video wasn't even their cars. Everybody said Cash Money, they said it. You front until you make it. And that's what you're starting to see now with these celebrities when they on here on these shows talking this baby boy and I need a man who got the business and this and that. I know why you need a man who got own the business, because you ain't got no money. You need a man that's gonna support you and take care of you, sweep you off your feet. See, that's the problem, you women. First, you women. See, I love a woman that knows her value, knows her worth, and go out and get her own. Them the women that I big up. A woman that's not looking for a handout. A woman that don't look at a man like, what you got? You better own a business to be with me. Why? Why I gotta own a business to be with you? Just last month, before you changed your new world order way of thinking, you was letting niggas smash for to smoke a blunt and a half pint of some liquor. Hennessy or some Don Julio, half pint of Don Julio or something in a blunt, and you was letting niggas smash. Now you watch a video of one of these celebrity chicks on TV telling you, girl, know your value. Don't let these dudes just mess up in you. They gotta own the business. Now you gonna switch 30 days later like, come on, man, y'all gotta quit this. Y'all play too many games. And then the funny thing about all you women who get out here and talk this black power, black woman, we need to stand. We don't need nobody for nothing. Then later on down the line, that what you see them on TV crying, I can't even afford to shop. Man, shut your ass up.
Just like most of my brothers are broke.
B.Simone crying because she has to shop at H&M instead of Bloomingdale's. Meanwhile, there are people who can't even afford to buy their children clothes at Walmart. Better yet, people can't even keep a roof over their heads and food on the table. Nah.
And she crying about where she can only shop at this certain space that's even costs way more money than anything like this. I tell you about people and their priorities. People, pay attention, man. Y'all probably, I'm starting to realize that a lot of y'all are real haters. You know what? Because like I said, I pay attention to a lot, right? I don't care. because, like I say, my videos right here, this is for YouTube. You feel what I'm saying? This is for y'all, man. I'm doing it for y'all. But you know, from time to time, I take these videos and I post it up on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? I don't post it on Facebook to get the likes or the comments. I post them on Facebook to bring attention to my YouTube channel. You dig what I'm saying? And then I post up advertisements. You know what I'm saying? But when I peep that, people see something that's real, you talking about something that's real that hurt them or make them feel like it's pertaining to them. Oh, they not liking that at all. I promise you that. But anyway, let's get back to this content. Hit that like and subscribe button. If you woke up on the wrong side of the bed, I'm gonna give you some game. Get back in the bed, roll over, and get out on the right side of the bed. Let's get back to it.
But the sisters was acting like they not holding up drinks on an island that they got there with a buddy pass and all that. No.
B.Simone says she's broke, so you got B.Simone saying, man, she done went broke out here. She can no longer afford the lifestyle she used to have. She was like, man, look, I can't even shop at Bloomingdale's no more, man. I done went in Bloomingdale's and I started looking at the price.
Come on, man. And Bloomingdale. You see what I'm saying? This is sad when people start, and this is the thing about it, right? I did a little research on B.Simone, right? And her family, she was the first one to break the, the generational wealth curse. You feel me? She was the first one to break this curse. You know what I'm saying? When she started getting the bag, you know what I'm saying, with some good money. So, I'm going to be transparent here. And I know how it is to love your family and want to see your family do better, right? But in this case, man, when you the successful breadwinner, I just had this conversation with with someone, right? And I say, listen. Once you get, I say, if I ever was to hit the lottery for like, or hit for like a couple million or something, or maybe, you know what I'm saying, 1 point some or 2 million something, I say all my cousins, even the ones that I don't mess with, you know what I'm saying, I said I would give them all $10,000 a piece. And then Shorty was like, shit, the one I don't mess with get 2,000. I started laughing. I was like, nah, I give them all 10,000 a piece, because once I give them that 10,000, shit, once I give you that 10,000, don't come back at me no more. Don't think just because I done made it and I'm successful that I'm finna be your personal ATM because we family. Don't think you're gonna be calling me talking about, can I Venmo you some money, Cash App you some money, or whatever, Apple Pay you some money or something like that because your bill. No, it don't work like that. You got the same 24 hours in a day as I got. You feel me? You got the same amount of time you got the same time in a day as I got to make your life better. Here go a $10,000 jump start now. What you do with that $10,000 is on you. You can go buy clothes and try to keep up with everybody in these streets. You can go spend it all in the car and you get into an accident and tear the car up, or you can invest that money into your future and try to invest that money into making more money. That's on you. That's what B.Simone should have did. When she was getting all this money, instead of shopping crazy at all these expensive places, she should have been taking that money and investing it in something. I'm going to tell you somebody who told me about this a while ago, and I didn't catch it on, was the homie Beef. My homeboy Beef hit me one day. He was telling me about this cannabis thing. He's like, man, invest this money. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm telling you, 6 months, you're going to be good, bro. Just hold it down. And I didn't capitalize on it. You dig what I'm saying? Now, my boy, he doing good and all that. Everybody, he comp. You feel me? And so sometimes when people give you advice on something to invest your money, take that leap of faith and make that investment. You feel me? What can go wrong? You invest your money in drinking alcohol all day long and don't see no return on that. You invest your money on smoking marijuana all day long, you don't see no return on that. So why not invest your money to something that you can try to see a return on? Let's get back to it.
These tags are like, man, look, we gotta go to H&M. You gotta tell the whole story, okay? The whole story. Let's circle back. All right, so here's the thing. And so I tried my best, I promise you, because people keep sending me clips from the podcast. And while I wanted to cover this in one section, B is releasing clips just to kind of grift. When you start seeing the clips roll out, it's grifting to a certain audience, and the audience is I was just talking with a colleague about this, the BET audience, the Tyler Perry audience, the black woman is always last to be picked audience. It's the same woman that was dissing brothers with 9 to 5s, talking about, I ain't dating no brothers with 9 to 5s.
You dig? The same women talking that now is on here crying, telling me what you can't show. See how God have a funny way of serving you some whites only humble pie. How much for some whites only pie? But in this case, it's some whites only humble pie because you've been over there catering to everything, trying to keep up with the white folks. Them white folks know what they doing, man. I'm not prejudiced, so don't think because I'm saying white folks I'm prejudiced. No, I'm just telling these black confused people who trying to be just like these white folks. These white folks got years and years and generations and decades of putting down, getting their money in place, their business in place, everything. They born into a destiny. They in dynasty. They born into money. You don't come from money. So when you get money, instead of trying to be like them and live like them, you invest your money so you can at some point in your life, if not you, your family, your kids can live comfortable. But see, we don't think like that as black people because we ain't used to having nothing. You give a black person 10,000, you give a black woman $20,000. Watch what she gonna do with it. BBL, she's going to go get that BBL. I promise you that.
Because listen, y'all, I want you to just not exist and be alive. You want to live life. You want to enjoy life. And I asked this at the end of my show, and it goes back to that 9 to 5 thing, that 9 to 5 comment I made.
So what you have on display here is the ethos of the modern woman with a sprinkle of feminism. She is crying and complaining about not being able to shop at Bloomingdale's. Now, who in the world can actually relate to that? She shops at H&M. Oh my goodness, the sky is falling. The sky is falling. Absolutely ridiculousness. What she's living is first world problems, ma'am. And I can tell right now by your shopping habits that you have a spending problem.
Nah, didn't I just say that? Didn't I just say this, man? This is the things I be talking about. Like people be like, man, it's crazy, man. Because you know I'm the type of person I like to talk. You feel me? And because I got a lot to say and I got a lot of points I be proving. But everything that these videos be saying, I already been and said it. It's so crazy because the way I view life and look at life, it's common sense. When you got a person that's making all this money, I ain't used to living like this. You know how? That's because you wasn't used to having nothing. You ain't used to having nothing and you get something, you gonna live like you balling. Let me explain something to you women that wanna be talking about get a white man to take care of his family because you hold his family. Let me explain something to you about what that white man do. He saved his money. You know what white people do? They save their money. They invest their money. That's something that you people, you black people need to pay attention to and start doing. Because that's what they do. They invest their money to keep making money. The key thing is never just put your money in the bank because you're going to end up spending in some kind of way. Don't think, oh, because you got $60,000, $150,000, $200,000, $300,000 in the bank, oh, I'm good now. That ain't, listen, yeah, $300,000 is good to a motherfucker who ain't got no money at all. But give a person 300,000, he got he got a house note, he got car notes, he got businesses he got to run, he got different things he trying to go, he got kids that got to go to college or school, he got to buy. Watch how fast that money disappear if you ain't making that money work for himself. And see, you black women talking about, I'm gonna date me a white man because he know how to treat a woman. Listen, it ain't that. He just got a good woman on his side that understand her man make investments with her money and she know how to hold her man down. And when things don't go as planned, she not gonna jump on the Facebook and be like, oh, I'm so tired of Bob. I hate fucking Bob. Bob ain't good. I'm sick of all these white men. They don't do that. They hold their man down. Whatever they go through, that shit stay in silence underneath their roof. That's the difference between white and black. White people go through the same exact problems as black people as far as relationship wise. You did the difference between whites and black is black people run to the world and tell everybody in the world what their problem is. White people keep that shit underneath their roof. So shout out to the white folks who know how to keep their business to themselves. I got a motherfucking neighbor with the second day he moved in, him and his girl out there screaming and yelling and being like that for about at least every 4 days it's a fight. I just got into it with the dude yesterday about him bumping one of my cars. I finna smack the shit. I walked up on him and I bit my tongue because I wanted to smack the fucking teeth out of his face. You feel me? And I told the dude, watch who the fuck you. Excuse my language. Let me leave that alone. Something else. Get back to B.Simone.
Spending problem is the reason why you have a cash flow problem. But you don't want a 9-to-5 guy. What you want is a jet setter. Live that jet set lifestyle. So that jet set lifestyle has you looking wild.
I'm not dating a man that's not walking in his purpose. Ooh, I'm not doing it because I'm walking in mine. And you're going to look at me every day and be mad I'm on tour with Martin and you at a desk. No. Me every day and be mad at me every
Life you looking wild.
I had to take that back because I want y'all to see her saying what she's saying. and then realize how she's crying, talking about how broke she is now. That's these backwards ass hustling black women. Now I bet you, because she broke, she gonna do like K Michelle and blame the black man because of her spending habits, huh? See, the problem is a lot of you women do need men because you don't know how to budget money. You don't know what to do. You know how many women I done met personally that sit there and told me, yeah, man, I do need somebody to help me stack my money because, I get money and I spend it. Come on, man. This ain't just something I'm making up. I talk about life experiences, what I've been through. I'm not that dude that sit over here and talk about something that I've seen somebody say. I talk about my personal experiences with you women out here. And I calculate the good experience to the bad experience to the ones that feeling themselves or full of themselves, you want to say. Anyway, and B.Simone is one of the women that's full of herself. She get on there talk popping. Let's just listen to her close real quick.
I'm not dating a man that's not walking in his purpose. Ooh, I'm not doing it because I'm walking in mine. And you're going to look at me every day and be mad I'm on tour with Martin and you at a desk. No.
Would you date a man that makes less money than you?
Absolutely. I do it all the time.
She dissed MLK, you know what I'm saying? This is why sometimes you got to be humble when you're getting to the bag right now. I ain't never believed
A slice of that white soul, that humble pie.
B.Simone was funny. Ain't never made me laugh ever, right?
On everything I love, I don't see nothing. And just like Tiffany Haddish, I hate to say it, but none of these women are funny to me. Maybe the reason why they consider funny because you got a bunch of hood rats, ratchet chicks that can relate to that messiness. That's just like Cat Williams. He said, when have a ratchetness was considered, like a form of art? When have ratchetness considered you having some kind of skills? That's just something you see every day in the hood. Your auntie, your mama, your sisters, your friends. That's ratchetness, hood ratchet. You see that every day. That's not talent. That's not talent at all.
But you had her doing her little thing, man. I believe once that wilding out check ran off for some of these folks, boy, it started getting tough out there, right? Look, y'all ain't
need no man. Oh, you need a man. You need a man like you never knew before because
Winter is coming.
winter is coming. You see that? Winter is coming. No more hot girl summer. No more twerk.
White some humble pie, please. How much for a slice?
And see, I can hear a lot of women talking about, see, it's because of the patriarchy. Yeah, the patriarchy had a way to keep you safe. It's called a family. And it's worked for tens of thousands of years. And if you want something better, you ladies need to dream of it. And you need to figure out intergeneration and implement it. Because what works and has worked to build the world that you are so comfortable with right now is what you've rebelled against, what you've chosen to fight against. And you're going to have to build it.
Real talk. May he rest in peace, man. The man spit facts right there. Cause back in, I just want to take y'all back real quick a little bit. If you think about from slavery, right? Them slavery families, when you was in slavery, black families had to stick together. And when slavery was over, black people stood together. That's what built they whole agenda, their nation. When they got the little, what's that? In the ATL, the Black Wall Street thing, when they was doing all that stuff, that's what built us. But now you got black women that's sitting talking about how the black man ain't nothing. What happened to building up a black man if you see him, if your man look like he's being broken or he feel defeated? What happened to building him up? What happened to sitting down with your man and being like, baby, let's have a talk. What's going on? What's wrong with you, man? You ain't been work or whatever, like trying to build something up in you. What happened to that? See, we ain't got time to be trying to build no man up, but you got time to be sticking your hand out asking the man for his money when his money come in, though. You got time to talk about you need a $2,500 weave in your little nappy ass here with your little Rosa Parks braids up under them. Huh, you got time for that, though, huh? That's why I'm saying you women are backwards, man. Like a lot of you women, not all you women, but a lot of you women are backwards. Like I said, I salute the real women that understand where I'm coming from. I salute the real women that understand it takes a family, a woman and a man combined can build a strong foundational house. I like that. I just seen somebody on my Facebook. Like I said, what I'm gonna start doing, I'm gonna start highlighting these people. When I see people post pictures of them in a relationship with a man, and there's somebody they've been with for a mighty long time. Like I seen a post that said we've been together so many years. So I put up under their post, and may God bless y'all to rock many more years. I love to see that kind of stuff. That let me know that black love still exists in the black community. Not this ratchet love. We ain't talking about getting some head and some poom poom and consider that love. No, that's not love. You feel me? You can get that anywhere. You can pay for that. That ain't love. You feel me? Truth be told, a lot of you men probably need to pay for it. You might as well go and pay that little bit of money and get that, knock that poom poom down and go home. When you ain't got to have none of these ratchet ass chicks waking up in their feelings 1 o'clock in the morning trying to text your phone, knowing that you at home with your girl. You know what I'm saying? But your girl don't care because she hoping that you get up and leave in the middle of the night so she can call little John to come through there. She want a little Bon Jovi to come slide over and bend her over you.
Greetings, you polite savages, and welcome to another Tip Talk. Oh, you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it. And when it's dark outside, you're going to look around and wonder who the hell is going to turn the lights on. Ladies, gentlemen, and polite savages, we are now about to embark on a journey sure to anger feminists and modern women alike. As always, we can only guarantee to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth as we see it. And sometimes the truth is a bitter pill, especially when winter is coming. So you better just shut up, put on a jacket, because it's cold outside, and take that medicine. So there's nothing left to do but get on up into it. Let's get up, and get down. Let's go. 3 years ago, B.Simone had some disparaging things to say about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., saying that he wasn't a great man. He wasn't a man at all. As a matter of fact, it doesn't make a difference what he did for the community and for black people at large. He was a absolute evil man because he cheated on his wife, allegedly. Now, fast forward, B.Simone was saying something else about how she absolutely couldn't date a 9-to-5 man, how he had to live her lifestyle, that entrepreneurial, jet-setting lifestyle. Man, nowadays she's having a hard time even shopping at the places she wanted to shop. See what happens is lifestyle creep sets in and you start living a little higher on the hog, doing things that you really
How much for a slice of that white only humble pie?
shouldn't do. Not thinking about the future, thinking that the money you have coming through is always going to be the money you have coming through. No diversification to help the nation. And when it all crashes down, all falls down. Like Kanye West said, some of the prettiest people do the ugliest things, especially for the gold and diamond ring. Because when the money stops to show and the hungerness grows, what they'll start to do is coon and corral. Well, it is what it is. You dig? And the frontin' like you rich, the frontin' like all is finna be over. I'm telling you, most of my sisters are broke. It's some who have found a way, and I am so happy they have. But
and them the ones you salute. Now the ones that sit there and say, "I don't need no man. I give my own bag and this and that." I salute you for finding a way to keep getting your money and you don't need a man, right? But at some point, that attitude is gonna kill. You know how many old women out here right now to this day that's coming out talking about I spent my whole life chasing my career, that I didn't focus on my personal life, marriage, kids, things like that. You feel me? Now they sitting back lonely, eating a slice of humble pie, like wow. You dig what I'm saying? You gotta understand, man. And like I said, I don't be coming at you because I just be trying to dog y'all. I just be wanting y'all to see the light because every time I go on Facebook and I see something directed towards the hatefulness of black men, it makes me go and look up more things about the woman that why, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to understand why y'all so hateful towards the black man because of the choice that you chose to make in your life. You feel me? You talking about black man supposed to marry a black woman. Who said that? Yeah, a black woman, not a black rat. It's a difference. It's a big difference. You're gonna marry a woman that's wifey material. You're not gonna marry a woman that belong on the holster. You did what I'm saying? This is the point I'm trying to make to y'all, man. It ain't that I'm coming at y'all sideways. I want y'all to see what y'all doing and how people viewing y'all. It ain't just me. See, these other guys ain't gonna tell you this because they trying to get in your panties. That's why I be calling these dudes tender D ass dick as cats out here because these dudes is suckers. I tell them to their face they suckers. They know they suckers and they know how I feel about suckers. I see a sucker, I'm gonna tell them you a sucker, you a lollipop. That's why that bro lick you and get your money. You fucking suckers. These dudes is suckers. They get on here and pop all this. I'm a gentleman. Want to take a woman out to the bar and spend all this money. As soon as she eat her food and she get what she want up out of you, she gonna, I'm gonna call you tomorrow. Thank you. Nice hanging out with you. We can hang out again. Like I say, women know not to call me playing with me like that. They call me to punish the poom poom. They call me to wind and grind, not wine and dine. They call you suckers for the wine and dine. And all you suckers know who y'all is. You all trying to just fly to take a chick out to go eat to make yourself seem like you somebody. She don't care. She don't care. It's about money and a ding dong. If you ain't providing the money or taking care of them, I can more than guarantee that's because that's the difference between y'all and men like me. We put our foot down and we stay where we at. We not looking for these females that y'all chasing to chase us. We don't do that. I don't look for no female. I don't want no female to chase me because I ain't chasing no female. My shoes ain't laced. I don't chase females. I don't chase them at all. And any female know me will tell you once I walk away, I'm walking the fuck away. I'm good. I'm not chasing no female down. I'm good. Why do that? They finding, listen, let me explain something to you. They finding different fish in the sea all day long. So why would I worry about this fish that's already swimming towards the dry land and shore that's about to dry out and die anyway because she's so busy trying to be in everybody else's pond and in everybody else's face. I'm good.
But most of my sisters are broke, just like most of my brothers are broke. But the sisters was acting like they not broke, holding up drinks on an island that they got there with a buddy pass and all that. It's no.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. One thing about that man above, he gonna humble you. In a recent interview,
Slice of that white's only humble pie, please.
B.Simone is now saying she has to shop at H&M.
But the most ironic part is a blue
H&M. Now, how many of you females out there shopping H&M? Like, this is my thing, right? You should be happy that you're able to shop, period. It's people out here that can't shop, can't buy nothing. They begging for change to buy food. And you crying on this is what I mean by how we make ourselves look. This is why when white folks look at us, they look at us the way they do. Because we get some money, we do the dumbest thing. We put on walk around naked, we showing all this ass and we talking crazy on we making ourselves look stupid as hell. And they just sit back humbly watching us like, Now they know how to use you because they don't watch you and study your stupid ass. Now they know how to use you to their advantage, and when they done with you, throw you out to dry. And that's what you seeing with these celebrities. Why you think you got that other celebrity? What's her name? I forgot her name. It's gonna come to Tahaji or something like that. Tahaji. She on there crying out all these years of acting, and she still ain't getting her just due. Crying. All these actors coming out. We are broke. I'm not getting my check. I gotta split it between my team. I barely have anything left. This is what I'm telling you. This is what I'm telling y'all. All you females who watching these celebrities that get on TV talk about a man better own the business and a man. This is what you do when you listen to these females talk. Look into their love life. Look into if they married. Look into who's taking care of them. Because if they on there with no husband, no boyfriend, nothing, they just out sleeping around talking all this big boy shit, that ain't the person you want to follow. That ain't the person you want to listen to. Now, obviously, you can see. Look at B.Simone said all this crazy stuff. I can't date a man with a 9 to 5. Martin Luther King was he wasn't a good man because he cheated on his wife. Let me explain something to you, right? For you women that just seem to be kind of mentally blown in the brain when it comes down to this, right? Let me break something down real quick. And we're gonna get back to the content. But check this out. Men are here. We're conquerors by nature. That's our thing. We're hunters by nature. That's our thing. When you drive, if you're in a car with ladies, and if you think I'm lying, just test this theory out. Get in the car with your man. Drive down the street, right? Or go into a grocery store with your man, or clothing store with your man, and wait and see if he see an attractive woman. If he gonna take a double look or glance that way. By nature, it's in our. We're hunters by nature. That's what we do. We conquer. You know what I'm saying? So the thing about it is what separates a man from a boy is when you meet a woman and you tell a woman how you are, how you get down. Like every woman I ever, I break down to them. The women that, and there's quite a few women. I don't do every woman like this because every woman ain't that kind of material. So you deal with them accordingly. But for the most part, you tell a woman, listen, check this out. I know who I am. I get bored easy, and I'm into this. You dig what I'm saying? Now, if you're into it, yeah. If not, you're not. Okay, we can go our separate ways. We ain't even got to push this no further or even grow no attachments towards each other because if it ain't going to work. This is how you're supposed to operate with these women. They're going to respect you more than you. Man, anyway, let's get back to the content.
Call her 9 to 5 man would add stability to her life, would add some budgeting experience, would add some living within your means experience, would add some grounding experience. She would absolutely be better off if she had somebody to pull her aside and say, ma'am, you're probably going too far, because if you think that shopping at H&M is horrible, hell, what the heck is wrong with H&M? What are you thinking, ma'am? You think you can only shop at Blooming?
I just said something. I seen a female on Facebook post. I only shop here and shop there. I'm not regular like you regular bees out here. You regular people. And I'm just sitting looking at this shit like, wow, this is crazy. That was the turn off for me right then. That's when I said, nah, I'm cutting off ties, because I don't do that. One thing about me is I don't brag about my wealth to put down nobody else to make myself. See, that's a way of making yourself feel good. That's a way of drawing attention to yourself. When you wake up in the morning and you sit there thinking, oh, I need something to say on Facebook. So you say the most derogatory statements you can make on there, and all these people like this shit. They like, I know that's right, girl. And deep inside, they saying to yourself, I hate this bitch. That's what they said deep inside. But they your friends, so they gonna keep on front. That's the type of shit women do. Women will know you wrong, and they'll keep on letting you promote that negative shit and all that old shit. And that's the get along game. Hey girl, the get along game. The get along. That's what they do. That's why I call them the get along game.
Bloomingdale's, more than half of the population has never shopped at Bloomingdale's, but you want to be special. God's special little queen, special little creation. You fell for the marketing. You looked yourself in the mirror and said, I am somebody far greater than I am. And now, look where you are. You can.
That's why you have to you got to humble people and let them know you're not that important. You're not special. You're not important. You're really not that important. Don't let your little situation blow your head up to think you're bigger than what you really are. And that's why I think a lot of people need a piece of that humble pot. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, when you let stuff go to the head like you better than people, that's why I don't understand you people that act like y'all don't believe in God. Have a funny way of humbling people. I'm trying to tell you something. That's one of the things I learned about in life is never brag about the things you got. One thing I don't like to brag about things I got, because other people get jealous and you have people plotting on you. You feel me? Another thing is always let people think what they want to think. Like that old statement go, never let the left hand know what the right hand's doing. You never let these people in the world know what you're doing. You don't get on here and say, oh, we going on vacation, we doing this, we doing that, and you ain't got nobody to watch your house. Because everybody jealous of you that know where you live at gonna hit your house. They gonna throw masks on if you got cameras. Everybody think, oh, I got a camera. Nobody run up. They gonna run up in that thing with masks on, be in and out of there within 3 minutes, and before the police even think they were showing up at your address. You feel me? So y'all gotta understand, man. When y'all getting this money and God is blessing y'all with a bag of money to where you able to change lives, you able to change your life and your family life, but you choose to use your platform and the light that God put on you to sit here and talk like you just better than the whole world now. Oh, I can't shop there. I'm shopping. What? Come on now, y'all playing. Better stop all that playing.
You can barely scrape 2 pennies together to eat a ham sandwich if we let you tell it. But the truth hurts, ma'am. And if you're scared, go on and lace them boots up. Walk a country mile in the snow, uphill both ways. Get in that pew, kneel down, and take your funky ass to church.
Because listen, y'all, I want you to just not exist and be alive. You want to live life. You want to enjoy life. And I asked this at the end of my show, and it goes back to that 9 to 5 thing, that 9 to 5 comment I made. I say, okay, so I do this. I say, clap if you have a 9 to 5. 90% of people in the audience clap. 95%. I say, clap if you're happy and you would love to be at that job for the next 10, 15, even 5 years. It goes from 90% of the room to maybe 1% of the room.
So let's unpack the pure selfishness what this lady just espoused. A lot of people who work a 9 to 5, they work that job to take care of their family. Nobody wants to be a bus driver for the rest of their life, but they love the fact that they're able to raise their kids and give their kids a better life. Nobody wants to be a carpenter for their whole life, or very few people do, but my dad was a carpenter to make sure that I had the ability to go to college, the ability to move forward, the ability to have.
And that's what these women not understanding, right? You think these men, like y'all live in a delusional world. Y'all watching too many of these sports people, these people that's in sports, these entertainment, these singers, and y'all basing y'all relationships on what you see their lives. But when you step outside that life, that entertainment life, you come down to the real people world, to this real level world. Now you got to humble yourself, because everybody in this real world is more people that's poor and broke than it is people that's rich with this old. I hold the foundation out 400 Fortune 400 companies or something. Y'all delusional. Y'all, and the weird part about y'all delusional is y'all in the ghetto being delusional. Y'all riding around the hood and going to all these hood spots, all these hood bars being delusional, trying to find you a millionaire. That won't your raggedy ass though. That's the key thing. Y'all riding around in all these hood rat spots, and y'all looking for somebody that's gonna look through the crowd and see your ratchet ass and say, "Oh, I want to wife that." See, what you gotta understand, right? A man pick you, but a woman choose you. You did now. I know that's gonna go over y'all head because a lot of y'all too slow. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, a man pick you, but a woman choose you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna let that resonate with y'all. Let's get back to this content.
You have a solid, sustainable life. It's a good living. But you see, ma'am, you're only in it for what you feel in a moment. You didn't even take poll that most of these folks working a 9 to 5, they're doing it for their family. And what they love above all else is family. And this is what's wrong with the modern woman today. Oh, especially in the community. They have no patience, absolutely no understanding of how to build. What they want to do is they want to wait at the finish line. Instant gratification, instant ramen noodles. They want it right now, quick, fast, in a hurry. Don't worry, they'll leave you so fast your vision will be blurry. Even if you are working towards your goal, don't get there quick enough and somebody comes along with something more, well, they're out the front door. And this lady right here, you were talking all this crap about that 1% happy, and then you come back with your happy life, and what are you doing? You're complaining about not having a happy life. You see, the bottom line is this: you have a dark hole in your soul, and that dark hole will never be filled. You're trying to fill it with money and material things, but what it really comes down to is that.
And that's what happened. And let me explain something else to you women that want a person that own a company that's a rich man. Do you understand how rich men live? A rich man is always on the road. When he have a wife, half these rich men wives are in the house doing their thing. But guess what? They know their husbands is out cheating. A rich man is gonna say, "Listen, this is how I live. This is my mansion. This is my house. I got other women. You want to be down with me? This is how you gonna live." And most of you broke women from the hood who ain't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, y'all gonna accept that because y'all want to live in the house. Y'all want to drive one of his foreign cars through the hood. You don't care. You might even join him with the other women that he bring to the house to get down with. So y'all get on here and talk this. I want a husband that's going. You ain't wifey B.Simone. I'm sorry to say, but you're really not wifey material. Nobody wants to wake up to, "Baby boy, do you want some breakfast in the morning? Baby boy, I just cooked eggs. Baby boy, you like orange juice?" Who the fuck want to wake up to that shit every morning? "Baby boy, bitch, get your baby boy ass up on my house." That's what I would have tell her.
That all that glitter wasn't gold. And that ring, oh my precious, don't you understand that that precious ring that you wanted, it was the thing driving you halfway crazy. Damn.
Are you really broke? Or are you trying to connect with your viewers because you were disassociated and delusional for a very long time? Are you?
Now, she might have a point there.
Because I heard you just signed a new podcast deal. There's ad sponsorships in this particular podcast. But the problem was the views weren't viewing. See, one thing I love about YouTube is that in most cases, you can't lie on YouTube about your views.
Tasha K, do your thing. I love Tasha K.
You can inflate.
See, to me, this is a definition of a beautiful black woman to me. I don't care what nobody says. I don't need no chick with no $2,500 weave on her head laying down her head. I don't need that. I need a woman. Confidence is sexy to me. Look at her. She wear her hair short, big old voluptuous millions. No disrespect to you, Tasha K. But you did, and her attitude is just sexy to me. I love a woman that can check you real quick and hold a conversation with you elegantly and have you sitting there looking at her like, "Oh, that's a woman." Not all that. "I don't give a fuck. I've been calling my niggas from the hood." No, well, I don't need. I'm at that stage in my life where I want a woman. You need a woman in your life. When you reach the age, you want a woman, you want a lady. You don't want ratchetness. Ratchetness and craziness is something that we don't aspire for that. We want something, and I give it to this woman. That's why she's married like she is. You see her on there talking to her business, but she's comfortable. I never see her get on here and talk about her man or get on Facebook post nothing negative about men and none of that. She's married. She's living life, having comfortable. See, when you get married and you got somebody that you really love and they love you, you comfortable in your skin. See, she's not dressing for the public. She's dressing for herself and her family. This is her identity. You women don't understand that you don't have to dress for the world. You can't serve two gods. Let me just put it that way. You can't serve two God. You can't walk a certain way, but act for this. You can't tell God, I want a husband, I want this, I want that, but you out here doing that. It don't work like that. It don't work. I had to learn that. You can't be saying, dang God, why you ain't looking out for me? But I'm out here slapping people in the head with pistols, robbing, or doing whatever I was doing, or whatever the case it may be. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was young, I used to be laying niggas down. When I got older, it turned to violence, real violence. So for me, I had to question myself, like, why? And I had to realize, dude, you can't be pistol whipping and doing the things you doing, man, to these people, man, and thinking you supposed to get a blessing. You feel me? You people don't. I had to get a slice of some whites on the humble pie.
Hate them, but YouTube gonna dial them right back. And by the time they do dial them right back, people done forgot about the video. But the bottom line is the bottom line. Now on Instagram and Facebook, I personally know, and this ain't no allegedly, B will drop a clip from her podcast and they will buy 50 to 60,000 likes. Then I say, okay, y'all two people that clap, congratulations. I'm glad you're happy. But for everybody else, get back to the vision. A man with a 9-to-5. I could date an entrepreneur. I think it's freedom. And I think that's something that I desire for my family. In a whole. Freedom. Financial freedom. Time freedom. Just location freedom. Yeah. Freedom. We can work from anywhere. We can just...
But see, this is the thing. You talking all this entrepreneur, and I get that. You know what I'm saying? I tell a lot of people the best quit working for another man. Like even when I was doing the moving company thing, right? And I used to sit there and talk to these dudes, and I'll be like, "Yo, man, why niggas?" Like this is the thing about black people. This is another reason why it kind of rubbed me away from the whole thing, because you can be around a bunch of talented black men that got all the means in the world to run their own business. You got a person that can drive. You got a person that know the ins and outs about the paperwork. You got a person that do this, and tell them, bro, we can start our own business, man. But we can get a bigger. Like you look at if us as a collective start the business ourselves and put so much money in to get it off the ground, then when the check come in, our cut for the day will be a little bit bigger, and the money to go back into the business, that'll be us to build. But these cats don't think like that, because they're brainwashed for working for the white man. That's what it is. They brainwashed. Well, fuck, I'm gonna go get this $250, and if I can get over on the nigga, tell the nigga they paying this, I'll take extra 20 here. If I can put a nigga on with a job, I'll charge a nigga 20 for this. This is that crab in a bucket ass mentality that we have as black people in the hood. We don't think, visualize, oh, let's do this ourselves. We too busy trying, hey man, I got work for you. I got this white man over here wants to meet over there. Okay, yeah, come put on my tap dance and shoot. I'm on my way. That's what they used to. Niggas ain't used to saying, damn man, I want to own a bin, I want my own. Niggas don't think like that. They too busy trying to impress these hoes. I got a job. Nigga, get your own. Fuck that bro, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, she need to go get her own. She's trying to get what you got. She ain't trying to get her own. She ain't trying to come together and say, listen, this is what I got. Let me put mine with yours and let's do something with it. She ain't saying that. She coming like, dude, what you got going on? I need my $2,500 weave done. I need my breasts pumped up. I need some booty. I need some, come on, man, get the hell out of here.
To move and be free.
It's absolute time to dispel this delusion that as an entrepreneur, as somebody who is working for themselves, even if you're a 9-to-5, that you are free to roam the nation. This lady thinks that she is Verizon Wireless or something. But here's the truth. I work with 5 entrepreneurs directly. I work with 5 CEOs directly. And one thing that they didn't have was freedom. They had golden handcuffs. They were building their company. And when they finally made their company and expanded their company, they had millions of dollars. But one thing they didn't have is the ability to pick up and go anywhere they had to go, because responsibility, meetings, and investors has you tied down. As an entrepreneur, you're barely going to see your family.
Real talk, real spill. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, man, I want to tell y'all, thank y'all for tuning in to the Quarter Report, brought to you by the Red Night Special. And this is Word on the Net. I'm your boy Nut. And I'm just keeping it real with you women, man. And not all you women. So you women that get in y'all film, watch my videos, or be like, I ain't watch that nigga video, was talking about it. It's okay. Don't worry about it. The shoe fits. You have to wear the motherfucker. Eat the slice of that humble pie. You did. At the end of the day, the truth, and the truth should never be considered disrespect. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all have a wonderful, blessed day. And until next time, when we get ready to do it again.